And now we move on to round 11 of the World 500cc Motocross Championship, and we find ourselves in ETTLEBRUCK in Luxembourg. Here we see Vianden Castle, one of the most picturesque chateaux in the Valley of the Seven Castles, standing proud on the valley side overlooking the picturesque village below. You couldn't ask for a more scenic backdrop as the World Championship approaches its final stages. Only 9 points separate the top two contestants at the moment. This man, Jackie Martins, is in second place, as I say, only 9 points behind Georges Jobe. We see here Paul Malin, one of the British Kawasaki riders, talking to Colin Thomas, one of the race technicians, during timed training. Here we see Johan Boonen sheltering from the sun before the off. And this is Walter Barzolini, the popular Italian rider, riding one of the very few four-strokes in the World Series this year. Georges Jobe, current championship leader, in very pensive mood. With the points being so close at the moment, the pressure is really on him. Here we find the Kawasaki quartet of Thorpe, Watley, Roostenrad and Liles examining the start before the off. Thorpe ahead of time training, first out to the gate, followed by 6 Billy Liles, 83 Bonnie Roostenrad and number 14 Georges Jobe on the Honda. So here we see the riders getting their machines in position, ready for the off. So under starters orders, gate just about to drop, and they're away. 14 Jobe showing first as they thunder into the first turn. 34 Wheeler just close to him. 44 Gustavsson on the Kawasaki sweeping wide there. The riders thundering around the first turn, disappearing into the dust, and in that dust it's Malin, number 11 Paul Malin, obviously had some problems on that first corner. So Jobe showing first, Liles in second spot, Gustafsson, Bartolini on the four-stroke, Brian Wheeler, Gherkins, Thorpe, and here comes Jackie Martins, number 4 on the KTM. Jared Smith, 19, going through there. So the riders streaming out on this first lap. Last few figures coming through the dust, and we see number 46, Smets, bringing up the rear of that little group. And there goes Malin after his first corner mishap. Already pulled past a couple of riders there, we see. So picking up race leader, Georges Jobe on the Honda. Second place man Liles taking the inside line there. Who's that tucked in behind him? Number 44, Gustafsson. Bartolini's still there. There's Thorpe. Just listen to that four-stroke of Bartolini barking out. So the riders streaming through this tight part of the track. There goes 4 Martins. Must be back in about 10th, 11th place. Jared Smith, 19, going through. Back with race leader, 14, Jobe. Liles still tucked in there in second spot. Looking back for third place man, coming out through the dust. Who's it's going to be? And it's number 5, Dave Thorpe. He's got past Gustafsson. Bartolini's still there on the four-stroke. Next man through, Martins on the KTM. So Jobe safely over the jump. Second place man Liles. Liles coming up on Jobe. There's Thorpe. Number 5 in third spot. Gustafsson dropping down the field after that quick start. Bartolini still there on the four-stroke. Gherkins 3 going through there. Brian Wheeler, 34. There goes Martins. Martins down the field. He's got to improve on that poor start if he's going to stand any chance in the World Championship. Slipping away from him. Rest of the pack streaming through here. No sign of Paul Malin yet. Let's have a look. See the young Kawasaki youngster. Here he comes, number 11. After that mishap on the first bend, pulling through the field well. So the pack streaming through the dust. Back with race leader, Jobe. Jobe got Liles right on his tail now. Billy Liles really pushing. There's Thorpe back in third place still. Really flying high off that jump. So here we go. Top 3 closed up together now as they go through the tight part of the track once more. So Liles got past Jobe. Liles, new race leader. Jobe still in second place. He's got Thorpe right on his tail. Gherkins next man coming through. Bartolini still there on the four-stroke. And a change at the front. It's Thorpe out in front. So where is Liles? There's Jobe, and he's on it. Here comes Billy Liles, number 6. So one quick move from first to third. Obviously had a mishap somewhere on the track. So Thorpe in the lead. Jobe there in second place. Liles still taking that tight line on that bend. Rear end of the Kawasaki snaking as he puts down the power. So Thorpe out in front. Jobe still there in second place. He'll be pleased with that. Liles in third. There's Gherkins. Next man through, looking behind Dirk Gherkins. And it's Gustafsson on the Kawasaki. Tucked in behind him, Bartolini still going strong on that 4-stroke Husaberg. So 13, Joe Martins on the Honda. 4 is Jackie Martins on the KTM. He's got some distance between him and Jobe. Watching these World Championship points slipping away. There's Malin, number 11. Incredible ride from this young man after such a poor start. So Thorpe still out in front. Jobe there in second spot. There's Billy Liles. So Liles up and over the tabletop jump. So Thorpe coming round. There's Jobe getting a sign from Mrs. Jobe to say that Jackie Martins is out. So a bit of the pressure relieved off Jobe here as the riders go into the last lap. Number 3, Gherkins going through. And there's Bartolini, that man on that 4-stroke. He's still there. Looking back to the next place man. It's Gustafsson. And tucked in behind Gustafsson, it's number 9, Lundqvist on the Honda. There's 13, Joe Martins. 11 is Malin on his tail. I say closing stage of the race, being urged on by the crowd at the side of the track. So checkered flag comes out. So Thorpe taking the win, cruising over the line, looking over his shoulder. An easy win for him. Looking back for second place man, and it's Liles up in the second. So Jobe obviously backing off a bit in that last lap, looking for the safety in the points. So 14, Jobe goes through in third place. He'll be pleased with the points from that. Gherkins just holding out Bartolini as they go across the line. So a good scrap between those two in the last lap. Lundqvist next man through. He's followed by Gustafsson. He'll be pleased with the points he scored. And there's Malin. Tremendous ride from this young man after that first lap mishap. So a very hot day today here at Ettelbruck. Here's the crowd of people enjoying themselves in the gap between the motos. As I say, very hot, people seeking out anywhere for the shade. Wherever there was a tree, there was a crowd of people grouped around it, relaxing in the sun. So obviously these guys finding themselves a good vantage point for the second moto. As you can see, plenty of watering facilities at the track. So coming to the line for the second moto, Thorpe out first. And he's followed by Liles, who must be very pleased with his second in the first moto. Ronnie Vustenrad, Georges Jobe. Jobe pulling out now in the points race. Malin next man out. So tension mounts. And here's Jackie Martins, the pressure really on him now. Practice start there, showing his nerves. Jobe, pressure off him now, 24 points in the lead. So he can afford to relax perhaps a little bit in this one, although he's still got to ensure he scores some points. Thorpe getting ready for the off. So gate about to drop on the second moto. Here we go. So Jobe, number 14, showing 34 Wheeler up there. And it's 44 Gustafsson again, looks to have the whole shot of one rider going down, and it's Billy Liles. When is this young man going to get over the second Moto Blues? So Gustafsson in the lead, looking over his shoulder. There's Thorpe in second place, number 5. Jobe in third. 23 in fourth spot is Boonen. 12, Mervyn Anstey, one of the British contingent up there. 3 is Gherkins, the rest of the field streaming through. 35, Stuart Coyle. Well up there. Malin we see going through. Bartolini, Mark Banks, and there's Martins really pushing wide. He's up against it now, down the field as he disappears into the dust. Really has got to pull something out the bag in this moto if he's going to stand a chance against Jobe. Billy Liles, you see, already up through the field. Look at that, must have passed at least a dozen riders. So Thorpe out in front. Slowing down as he comes into this tight bend at the top of the hill. Looking back for second place man, Jobe up in the second. 44 Gustafsson back down there in third. 23 is Boonen. 12 is Anstey in fifth spot. 3 is Gherkins. And 11, there's Paul Malin up there about 8th and 9th place. So Thorpe in front. Once again coming through this tight part of the circuit. You can see how hard packed the surface is. So Jobe second place. He'll be happy with that. So the ride is streaming through over this jump. There's Mervyn Anstey, still in fifth spot. So Anstey coming into this tight bend here in front of us. Gherkins just in behind him. So away over the jump, we're looking back. 13 is Martins. 35, Stuart Cole having a ride of his life in this one. Got to be his best result so far in the series if he keeps this up. So Liles, here comes Billy Liles, really charging. Covered in dust, this young man. So Thorpe out in front. Listen to that crowd. A popular result this if he gets a double header here today. And Mrs. Jobe, she's signalling to George. What is she signalling? As she walks away, let's try and have a look at this pit board. As Gustafsson goes through. There we go, it says champion. So Martins suffering a problem. Martins must be out. So Thorpe over the line, takes the win, takes the checkered flag, but look at this. Here comes Georges Jobe. He's got the #1 plate in his hand, and the crowd going wild here. One round still remaining, but he's enough points ahead now to have clinched the World Championship. Hoisted aloft by the crowd, got that #1 plate. He's holding on to that firmly. A great result there for Jobe, and also a good result for this man. 2 wins gives him the overall. So Dave Thorpe really enjoying himself here today. Being congratulated by some of his fans as he walks away from the podium. And after the race, we spoke to new world champion Georges Jobe.
Yes, you're very happy, man.
Yeah, very happy.
Over the last few weeks, we thought perhaps the pressure was beginning to tell, but today you pulled it off.
Yeah, I mean the pressure was in Namur because in Namur everybody was expecting me, you know, to win, and all the supporters, all the friends, and it was harder for me in Namur than here. And here I came on, you know, to race my own race. I mean, I wanted to go for the win, and the first heat I was leading, and then my wife showed me that Jackie was out, so a little bit right with my head, and I just go a little bit easier, and David and Billy passed me, and I let them go. And then the second race I had not so good start, but anyway I was third first lap or fourth, and I came second. Then my wife showed me again Jackie out, so I knew I was world champion. So at that time it was very hard to concentrate on the track, and anyway I just tried to, you know, to keep my speed on David. That's what I have done until the last lap, and finally the world championship. It's, you know, very nice. Eric gave me the last corner, the #1 plate, and I'm so happy about that because my brother and Eric and my family, of course, knew beginning of the year that I could do something well. So I thank very much these guys, Eric, of course, all the team, AJ Evans, all the trainers, doctors, and everybody who helped me all year long, and who trust on me, and I'm very pleased for that.
Well, we look forward to seeing you ride next year with the #1 plate, and congratulations.
Thank you.